Yerba Buena was founded in 1776. It was a Spanish outpost, a military base to protect the Mission Dolores. And it wasn't until 1847 that they renamed it San Francisco. In 1855, the Ness Ordinance got put into place, and they decided to add the western addition to San Francisco. At that point, the city ended halfway through Nob Hill, but the city was burgeoning because of the gold and silver rushes, and so they needed to add more housing. So they added on from Larkin to Divisadero, and people rushed into the area to build homes. They hired architects who would become famous, they hired builders who would become famous, and they built a ton of Victorian and Edwardian architecture to fill in this new part of the city. You'll see that if a Victorian or an Edwardian got dropped down here by time machine, that they would be able to find their way around perfectly. The sidewalks are a little different, the cars are a little different, but basically the neighborhood is exactly as it was in the Victorian and Edwardian eras, which is sort of mind-blowing. It didn't get destroyed in the 1906 earthquake and fire. I'm Bonnie Spindler, the Victorian specialist, and I'm here to introduce 560 Lion here in the NOPA. This house was part of the rapid expansion of San Francisco from the Nob Hill area, which was part of the original city, Larkin Street being its outside edge, to Divisadero. And the city was eager to fill these lots with houses and mansions to express their creativity with architects and builders of their choice. The Victorian era was long and prosperous, just like Victoria herself. And so in 1894, this house was commissioned to be 2 flats, a 2-story upper and a 1-story lower, with 2 stores. The water records say it was built in 1894 and that the stores were the original part of the plan. Many of the houses in this neighborhood are stores down, merchants, with their living spaces up above. So their commute was literally from upstairs to downstairs. Very common at this time period. In this home, you'll find all of the original details that you would have found in a Victorian house of this era. You find wood-carved fireplaces. This one happens to be oak, has the acanthus leaf, and also all the medallions, the moldings, all with the similar themes of the time period. But what makes this house unique is the luscious, sumptuous way that it's been decorated by the interior designers that own the home. The entire house is set up to take advantage of the views. Because you're on the top level, you get western-facing light, southern-facing light, eastern-facing light, northern-facing light, and all around you are landmarks, such as Lone Mountain, St. Ignatius, the Twin Peaks Tower, and all of the beautiful Victorians that have been here for the entire time that this house has been here. Each room is set up so that you could have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, relax, read, do research, do your work from home. Every room feels cozy, welcoming, and supports lifestyle. This house is all about lifestyle. So this Victorian home has all the similar features of other Victorian homes. You have the double parlor, you have the formal dining room, you have a formal entry, but you also have this room, which could be a media room for watching movies, could be a home office, but it also could be a bedroom on the living floor of your house. And it's directly across from a bathroom, which is gorgeously remodeled and absolutely beautiful in every single way. The whole wall of stone, and just gorgeous appointments. The light fixtures in this house are awe-inspiring. It's incredible. And I especially love all the fixtures in the bathrooms. They're just amazing. I just feel like I could talk forever about each room. And I look around and think, oh, I'd spend a lot of time in this room. But then you go to the next room and you're like, oh, I would totally live in this room. And every time you see a new room, you feel the importance and the beauty of all of the details. The kitchen has imbued Spanish tiles that are sanded together like a terrazzo. And you have 2 sinks, a beautiful floor plan as far as cooking, sub-zero fridge, a 6-burner range, and it's large enough that you have an eat-in kitchen table, which is really nice. So if you don't do a lot of flower arranging or cooking of pasta, you may not know what this is. But this is a pot filler. It puts water directly onto the pots on the stove. It could theoretically put out a fire, but I use it to fill tall vases for flower arranging. It's so handy and it's amazing to have. I have one in my house and I absolutely love it. So if you've never seen a pot filler before, there you have it. If you love to cook and entertain at home, the dining room is just absolutely perfect. There's wainscoting that goes halfway up the wall. And although I'm not always a wallpaper person, I absolutely adore the wallpaper in the dining room. It's absolutely gorgeous. We've got a marble fireplace that puts out a lot of heat. It's very warm. But think of the dinners you could have in this room. Important client dinners or family dinners, Thanksgiving. It's just so beautiful. You have a bay window on one side, you've got light from 2 sides, and it's just opulent, but it's also cozy. It's so spectacular. In the very top of the house is the primary suite. You feel like you're in a bird's nest looking out over spectacular views. But the first thing that hits you is the feeling of Morocco, or maybe the time of the Raj. The wainscoting has a Moroccan feel. It looks like carved leather. The light fixtures are Moroccan and have shadows and a light that plays across the floors and the ceilings. You've also got the witch's cap in this room, so you can look up into the witch's cap, and it also has a Moroccan light fixture. It's such a beautiful room. It also has an ensuite bath with 2 sinks and a gorgeous marble shower. And the washer dryer is in the bathroom, so sheets, towels, clothes, easily right there in your primary suite for convenience. It's so nice. There's a folding table on the top of them. They're built in. It's really a very nice installation. While the entire house is flooded with light from all 4 sides, the top level is punctuated with skylights, and so it's just flooded with south-facing light, bright and warm. The wainscoting in this level is gorgeous. It's got a sort of a nouveau feel to it. You have 2 more bedrooms up here and another full bath. One of the bedrooms heads out to the deck, which has views of downtown, and it's just a lovely spot to sit in the sun, to drink coffee or wine, have a party. It's just a lovely, entertaining space. There's also a deck off the kitchen, which is also lovely, and not developed yet, but possible, is the roof of the casita. And we're going to see the casita in just a minute. Imagine it's 1894 and you have 2 residential flats and you have 2 commercial units. And so the upstairs 560 Lion comes with this commercial unit. So most recently, it was an artist gallery with an artist in it who did her work and showed her work out of this space. It's adorable. It has a full kitchen, a full bath, a little loft upstairs for either sleeping or storage, and a living room area. It faces Fulton Street, so there's a lot of traffic for commercial enterprises. So it's a very flexible space, and I think the clever buyer could use it for parents who want to visit for long periods of time but don't want to do stairs. It could be a little commercial spot for an architect or a draftsperson, an accountant, or it could be for your neighbors and friends when they visit. Thank you so much for joining me on this tour today of 560 Lyon and 1575 Fulton. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come see it. It's really a spectacular space, an amazing Victorian, sumptuous finishes, and it's very easy to show. I'm Bonnie Spindler, the Victorian specialist here in the NOPA. Let me help you find your next historic home.